Hello, all you Italy lovers out there, and welcome back to my channel. Italy has its ways of calling you and catching your heart. For everyone, there are different reasons that Italy speaks to your soul. It could be the amazing lifestyle, the wonderful people, the beautiful landscapes, or a combination of all of the above. There are also some interesting facts about Italy that even longtime Italy lovers don't know. So stick around to find out 15 fun facts about Italy. Number 1. Italy is the 5th most visited country in the world, with approximately 65 million visitors per year. Of course, these numbers dropped during the pandemic, but now that travel restrictions have eased up, it's time for you to take that long-awaited trip to Italy or make the move to live here. Number 2, Italy is one of the youngest countries in Western Europe. Back in Roman times, Italy was one country, but then it got divided up into 20 regions and stayed that way until 1861. That's when the Risorgimento, or reunification, happened, and Italy became the country that we know today. Next, I know you know spaghetti, fettuccine, and ravioli, but did you know that there are over 350 types of pasta in Italy? Since Italy was composed of different regions for so long, they all developed their own unique tastes and cuisines, and that includes different types of pasta. Then, for the Italian language lovers out there are only 21 letters in the standard Italian alphabet. The English alphabet has 26 letters by comparison. The letters that are missing from the Italian alphabet are J, K, W, X, and Y, but they get borrowed sometimes for foreign words which have made their way into the Italian vocabulary. Number 5, the capital of Italy, Rome, is more than 2,000 years old. Rome's history dates back to 753 BC, when it was founded by the twin brothers Remus and Romulus. The Roman Empire started in 27 BC and fell in the year 476. Number 6, speaking of Rome, the Trevi Fountain collects 1 million euros in coins from visitors every year. The legend says that if you throw a coin into the fountain, you will return to Rome. So about 3,000 euros per day in coins is tossed into the fountain by tourists, which totals about 1 million euros per year. What happens to all this money? It gets donated to charity. Number 7, Italy has 55 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, the most in the world, tied only with China. One of them is Teatro Olimpico in my city, Vicenza, in the Veneto region of northeast Italy. Number 8, the University of Bologna is the world's oldest university. It was founded in 1088 and has never ceased operations since then. Number 9, Italy has more than 1,500 lakes. We all know and love the varied landscapes of Italy, from beaches to snow-capped mountains to famous mega lakes like Lake Garda, but there are also many more smaller hidden gems throughout the country. Number 10, Italy has more earthquakes than any other European country. When the tectonic plates under Italy start moving, tragic things can happen. The south of Italy is particularly affected when the tectonic plates of Eurasia and Africa move, which has led to catastrophic events like earthquakes and volcano eruptions. Number 11, the Vatican is the world's smallest country at just 0.19 square miles. Located in Rome, it became an independent country in 1929 with the Pope as its head of state. Number 12. Did you know there is a haunted island? Poveglia Island, located between Venice and Lido, has a dark history, and now visitors are forbidden from going there. Starting in 1776, the island was used as a quarantine station for victims of the plague and other illnesses. Popular legend says that the ghosts of the victims still haunt the island and drove one doctor to commit suicide by jumping from the bell tower in 1930. Later, the medical facilities were converted to a mental hospital, but all closed down in 1968, and since then the island has existed in an abandoned state. Number 13. Italy's last king ruled for just 36 days. The monarchy of Italy existed from 1861 until 1946. But after World War II, Italy voted for a republic. The last king, Umberto II, had a short-lived reign from just May 9th to June 12th, 1946. Sometimes called the May King, Umberto II lived out the rest of his days exiled in Portugal. Number 14. Italy has the oldest population in Europe. As of 2021, people over the age of 65 constituted 23.5% of the population in Italy. This is due to a combination of rising life expectancy and low birth rates. The only country in the world which competes with Italy for similar statistics is Japan. And finally, everyone knows that Italians love coffee, but did you know that 14 billion espressos are consumed in Italy each year? Coffee is central to Italian culture, and it's important to share coffee in order to build bridges and relationships with your Italian colleagues, business partners, and potential clients. However, it will surprise you to know that Italy is not the country consuming the most coffee in the world. A few Scandinavian countries win those top few slots, including Finland, Iceland, Norway, and Denmark. And as far as the first people to consume coffee, many sources say coffee's origin is actually Ethiopia, and that it was the Arabs who originally brought coffee to Europe. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe to get more videos on interesting, beautiful, historic, and wonderful Italy. Bye for now.